I'm Kelly.
And I'm Adam.
Welcome to I Love You But, where we talk about common relationship issues.
And our advice on how to deal
while we drink wine.
While we drink wine. Always bears repeating that wine part, you know?
Because it's the best part.
It's the best part of everything.
So, one of our first videos that we did, we talked about the book 5 Love Languages by Gary Chapman. That video is way too long. So instead of watching that one, we're going to break it up into smaller chunks.
Into bite-sized pieces.
So it's a little easier to digest.
Oh, I
and
love digesting.
You can kind of think about a little bit of it every week. Cool? So first of all, Gary Chapman, he has been a marriage therapist for about 30 years. And he realized in all of his years and experience of working with relationship therapy
that he saw some patterns.
He saw 5 ways that human beings communicate their love.
And thus birthed the book, The 5 Love Languages.
Right here, this is it. I mean, there's a lot that goes into this book. I think that you first start with the question of like, what the hell is a love language? It's really how a person gives and then also receives love. And that can be different.
Totally different.
It's really the ways that people speak and understand love.
People like to show it one way to their partner. They like to receive it the same way or a different way. But it's whatever gets them the feeling of love in the end.
It's complicated.
That's their love language. And why in the living hell should we care about these things called love languages? Why are they so important? We must be willing to learn our partner's primary love language if we are to be effective communicators of love. So if you want your partner to feel loved at all times by you, you have to know how they love to be told that you love them. How they want to know that information, how they want to receive it. You also have to know how you like to give it. Yeah. Because you're going to feel good giving it a certain way, giving your love a certain way. They're going to feel good receiving it a certain way. Make sure that those two things link up or compensate accordingly. You're going to have to adapt.
I think it's also really important to note that very seldomly do people have the same love language. Because let me tell you right now, Adam and I don't.
We don't.
We just don't.
In fact, it's very opposite.
It's very opposite. But we have to figure out how to love each other with that.
How do I love you? I just want to love you.
So by now you're like, okay, fine. I get what a love language is, what they're supposed to do. What the fuck are they? There are 5 love languages.
I know, you saw this coming a mile away.
I know.
There's 5, and they are...
The first one is words of affirmation. You tell your partner, I love you.
And I go, that makes me feel good. I love you too. That's a word of affirmation. Hey, you're great. Hey, you're great. And the second one is quality time. Hey, let's just chill.
Okay.
Click.
So spending time with your partner. The third one is receiving gifts.
I bought you this.
I mean, Valentine's Day just happened, so like, that's a day that you're supposed to give gifts, you know?
Participate in that love language. And then acts of service is number 4.
And you're like, what the fuck does that mean?
Hey, let me do this for you. Oh, you didn't ask me, but I did the dishes.
Oh, I just did all the laundry for you. Oh, I made those flight reservations so you didn't have to.
Whoa, boom.
And the last one, we all can figure it out, is physical touch. Don't touch me. Obviously, we have a problem.
Different love languages are operating at the moment.
So that is the physical form of love, which can be sex, but it doesn't always have to be. It can just be a gentle caress of the face.
I'm so loved right now.
Yeah.
Oh, God, my face.
This is how he likes it.
I like it. And so we have these 5, and you go, well, all 5 of those are nice from time to time.
You're like, I like gifts. I like spending time with my partner, and I also like when they told me that I look good in my outfit.
It's true. You can like all those things, but generally there's one that really makes you glow, so to speak. There's
like if
one
that doesn't happen, you're like, what the hell?
Not okay. Things are not. You don't love me. Yeah. And you don't only have one usually. You have a primary and then you have a secondary. One makes you feel great. You need it. It fills your love tank, so to speak. And then the other one, the secondary, is a supplement to that. That's your 1-2 punch. If you have those consistently in your life, you're gonna feel loved at all times.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I like those 2. Like if you do those 2 things, life is great. If you only do this one, yeah, I'm like pretty okay. But if you do these 2, like, yeah.
Everything's beautiful.
Which means also your partner has to, and then it's like, oh my god.
Gotta communicate in those two.
Exactly.
Gotta get on the same wavelength. So we've talked a lot about love, and Chapman actually breaks it down. There are two kind of stages to love that you can look at in a relationship. There's the in-love experience, and then there's love.
Exactly.
Those are different things.
And you're like, what? What?
They both say love.
Why are those different?
This is so much.
Okay, so here is the skinny on those.
Here's the thin. Here's the thin and narrow.
So the in-love experience is when you first meet someone, right? And you're like, oh my god, I can't stop thinking about them. I can't do my work. I'm obsessed with them. When are they gonna call? What does this text mean? How do I decipher this voicemail?
He's so pretty.
What did it meeting his mom mean? Like, oh my god. Chapman explains it like an emotional obsession. So you cannot stop thinking about this person and you are obsessed with everything that they do emotionally to you.
You're Bella and he's Edward and you're just completely arrested to the situation.
Exactly.
All you can do is think about him, but he can't read your mind. He doesn't know. You're just obsessed.
Yep.
He's stopping cars left and right. He's ripping apart stalker vampires.
And what they call the honeymoon phase, right? Where you're just so infatuated with that person that like
That you choose to be a vampire.
Nothing. Yeah, okay. It's true. You're so infatuated and emotionally obsessed with this person that nothing that they do is wrong. Like you don't see their flaws yet. And
None.
that's okay. But that average span is 2 years. I mean, it can be longer, it can be shorter. You need more wine.
I do.
It can be longer, it can be shorter, but like whatever. So in this book, he says that it is
Instinctive. You can do it.
he says that it is an instinctive force for us to mate.
Whoa.
I mean, if you think about other animals, like, yeah, they have this like deep underlying evolutionary need to mate.
Nature's weird.
It is weird. We're part of nature.
No, we're not.
Of course it makes sense for us to have this thing that will ensure the survival of the species, because we need that right now.
Wait, when you break it down like that, it's so romantic.
It is just so romantic. Here's some flowers and here's this and let's make babies because that's what we're supposed to do.
Ah, my ovaries. They're so mad.
Sometimes they get mad. And according to Dr. Chapman, he says that the actual love experience cannot happen until the in-love experience has run its course. Kind of like getting alcohol out of your system, but like, when does that ever happen?
So we have a separation between this in-love honeymoon stage and then the love stage.
So then what's love?
Love is the center of our emotional desires. It's emotional and you love them, but it's not obsessional. There's
Yeah.
other things in your brain. Finally, Team
I don't
Jacob.
care what he's doing all day, every day.
She does.
Do your thing. Just come home later.
If you could stop calling me for 5 minutes.
Listen.
Just kidding. Just kidding. That was no. This is also where if you have a friends who have been together for a long time or you've been together for a long time, this is also where the shift starts, where a relationship takes work, where you hear somebody say, well, a marriage takes a lot of work. It's an act of will. His words, Gary's are, we're on a first name basis, me and Gary Chapman, you know? His words are an act of will that requires discipline. You stay in the relationship, you work at the relationship, you work at being in love. It actually takes some effort.
I'm gonna work right now and fix your collar.
Hey, now get that work.
It was just like really hard. It was really emotional. I need a drink.
It was intense.
So the love experience is a reason and it's a choice. Like you make a choice to love your partner. It's not just like, oh my God, I can't help it.
Yeah.
I can't help it. It's just love that draws us to this person. It's like, no, it's lust and it's your body wanting to make babies. Watch Planet Earth if you haven't seen it. It will open your eyes.
Really just breaks it down for you. It's like, we're all kind of simple at our core, aren't we? Huh?
Yep. So you'll understand that in love experience once you watch two birds go at it. Brings a new meaning to birds and the bees. Or the same meaning that you already know, but it just visualizes it.
You got me on that. Just genuinely, you got me on that.
See, love takes work, okay? I had to work to get him to fucking laugh.
You've always been so funny to me.
Also, real love recognizes the need for personal growth. So, like, I'm not going to hoard all of your attention, your emotions, and your time because I know that you need some of that to go and do your own thing. Have goals, have
a life, a career,
resolutions, friends, I don't know. Something that are separate.
Yeah.
One of the things that he says in his book is that the need to feel love is a primary human emotional need. Like, that is at the core of our very being, and if we don't get that, we're fucked.
Bad news bears.
So that is the basis of the 5 love languages.
That's our intro.
And tune in next week because we are going to
Break them down. One by one,
all 5 of them.
Boom.
This has been I Love You, but we need to talk about the 5 love languages.
Woo!
Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends.
And let us know if you have any questions about the 5 love languages
You got it.
thus far. We'd love to talk to you about them. They've been really eye-opening for us. So go get the book, give yourself a read. Read it for yourself.
Go give yourself a read.
But have a beautiful rest of your night.
Bye,
Thank
guys.
you. Bye.